Okay, by now we have our blind contour drawing, we have our contour drawing, we have our non-dominant hand drawing, and I'm going to mention, just talk a little bit about another two types that we can do. We only have our kind model for a short time, so I can't demonstrate all of them, but just keeping in mind that you might want to do one on the black paper for the collage, in which case you can use the white chalk and you can smudge it and do all sorts of things with it. So that's one other technique that you might want to bring into it. And another one might be a very quick sketchy drawing where you use your 6B and or 3B pencil and you try and make as many different kinds of lines as possible. So just using Kathy Kolbitz as inspiration, this is a German artist. She did lots of dark lines and fine lines, wiggly lines. She really used a lot of different kinds of lines. So you might want to do another 10-minute drawing where you focus on what your pencil can do. Thick lines, thin lines, spidery lines, and really just kind of describing the lines. So those would be another two that you could collect for your collage. The one that we're going to focus on last is the stick and ink. It's one of my favorites, and I've actually given the learners two different kinds of sticks. They don't really need to, but this is a society stick. They can use the back where it's a little bit flat or the pointy side, and I've also got a chopstick here. And the idea for the stick and ink drawings is, once again, you can't control it. So our model has changed its position once again, and we are now using yet another medium, so have fun. It's not about being perfect, guys. You're not going to get control. You're going to get blotches and lines and all sorts of things going on. I want you to use the mistake. The mistake makes it exciting. Doesn't matter if there's some blotches. Here's a little kind of landscapey one. Okay, everybody's going to have different kinds of marks. So James is now standing. I happen to have these little glass jars, so we've got our inks in the glass jars. And then once again, it doesn't matter, there's no such thing as wrong or right. I'm starting off with, basically looking at our model. And I'm going to do the main lines first. In other words, I just want to capture the essence. I might not be able to fit him in, but anyway, fit the feet in. And I can turn my stick different ways around. It's very fine if you use the point. But basically just capturing, first of all, the main parts. And I'm putting my brush in as many times as I want to kind of capture the essence of the model. And so you're going to go on, and this time look at smaller details as well. Look at the interesting things that you can see on his jeans that are going to make things up. Try and do as many different kinds of lines as possible. Again, you're looking 70% at the model and 30% at your drawing. But basically, once you have captured the main lines, you can then go in and focus on the little details. So first get the main lines of the model. Now everybody's going to be seeing something different because you're looking at him from different angles. Okay, and I'm trying to keep in mind the proportions of the body, more or less. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Try different ones, try the thicker lines, try the thinner lines, and let's see what you come up with. So I'd just like to say to all of you who are watching these videos, this is the last demonstration on this particular one. I'd like to advise all the teachers to put the learners' works in folders or just keep the learners' works together. And then next week we are going to be looking at all sorts of ways of making collages and pulling these things together to create something really interesting and exciting in terms of abstract art. So I really hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you learned some new skills. Remember, these can be tools that you can practice at home. They can almost be like a meditation. You can sit down in the evenings and you can do blind contour drawing or stick in ink. Okay, it's something that's good for the soul. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you, learners, for being here today, and thank you very much, James, for being our model. Let's give him a clap. Okay, we'll see you next week. Thank you.